Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas has cancelled a planned meeting with US President Joe Biden following an Israeli strike on a Gaza hospital that killed hundreds. A senior Palestinian official has confirmed this. The meeting was due to take place in Jordan. The senior Palestinian official said that Abbas was returning to Ramallah, at the seat of his government in the occupied West Bank. And meanwhile, Israel has denied responsibility for the attack on the hospital in Gaza and blamed the Hamas in turn, saying the airstrike was the result of rocket misfire by Hamas. Mr. Sajeev Srivastava, international affairs expert, joins us on the broadcast to talk more about this. Mr. Srivastava, how is the tide, if it is, turning for Israel at this point in time? You know, is it going to be now be blamed for the kind of civilian casualties which are being reported out of Gaza? Is that going to eclipse the original reason why Israel started to in fact defend itself and go for retribution?
This is a very, very serious development which has happened, this attack on hospital. And through your channel, first of all, I'd like to strongly condemn this kind of act. Whosoever has done it, it's a matter of investigation because no one is taking responsibility, and obviously Israel is blaming Philistine Islamic Jihad for carrying out this kind of attack, and the other side Hamas is blaming Israeli defense forces for this kind of attack. But yes, both the sides know that this is a horrible attack, and this is an attack which should not have been done, must not have been done. It is totally unacceptable, outrageous, and no words are enough to condemn this kind of act. I think civilians are the biggest casualty of this entire episode between Israel and Hamas, and I think their protection must be the top priority for every country, those who are involved and those who are looking after that issue. And obviously President Biden himself has expressed his outrage because of this kind of attack, and I think you can just see that kind of meetings are being cancelled from the various Arab leaders which was scheduled with the US President. That shows that anger and frustration is very much visible because, civilian casualty, no one is going to accept it, no matter whosoever has done. I think it must be investigated, and those who are responsible for it must be held accountable, and that is an essential thing to do. And I think, yes, certainly, first of all, Israel faced a very brutal attack, barbaric attack, and that was also unacceptable fact, and Israel was going to carrying out this operations, this war against terrorism. But this kind of a development has certainly cast a shadow on this entire war at this point of time, and I think the entire focus is now shifting towards this kind of massive civilian casualty which is happening, and that must be stopped. There is no way that these kind of things could be accepted by international community. I think every responsible nation, every country, every wise leader will condemn this. And I think this must be protected. The civilians must be protected. This is not acceptable at all. So, now I think it's a very challenging situation. It's prevailing out there. And at this point of time, President Biden is on way to Israel, and he will certainly have a meeting with the Israeli leadership. And as John Kirby, the White House national security spokesperson, has said that President Biden will be asking some tough questions to Israeli establishment, and certainly first he will certainly show his solidarity, but the kind of developments are taking place, I think it's a matter of investigation, this particular hospital attack, and for this I think serious investigations are required, and that will certainly come up with some tough questions. So I think now I think President Biden is having a very, very tough time, challenging time, but I'm sure that with the responsible leadership of United States of America and other nations, I think entire situation will be understood, and the gravity and seriousness of this issue will be understood, and efforts will be made to calm things down first. And obviously anger is there, frustration is there, very much there, and no one is going to accept this kind of development. But yes, it is also important at the same time that the stability remains. this entire issue does not get escalated into a wider conflict. And that should be the top focus at this point of time.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.